Coast's most accurate forecast from the First Coast News Weather Team, certified by WeatherRate, sponsored by AC Designs.
Happy Tuesday, beautiful people, and welcome in on a very chilly afternoon, Lee.
Yeah.
Or Lee. Oh.
That's the second time today somebody's called me Lee.
Lew.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Yikes.
No, we have the same letters.
Tuesday Scary's hitting me hard here.
iPhone autocorrects my name every time to Lee. So I'm getting texts calling me Lee all the time.
It does that to anytime I type your name in.
So I guess unorthodox name, Lew. Good to see you. Beautiful people. I love it. If I weren't wearing so much makeup, I'd be blushing right now.
Oh.
You'd be able to see it. How nice of you to compliment us like that, Ross. Yeah, good to be with you. We made it to a Tuesday. It is cold. We've been talking about the cool down, the morning cool, the after. It's just this is going to be kind of your coldest day.
Yeah,
as a whole for the next 7. Now we got one more what will be a colder morning coming up ahead, which we'll talk about. But today's kind of just been a little blustery is probably aggressive when we're looking at this, where it's really blustery, where it's truly wintry. Think about being in Minnesota right now. Okay, so you are in this now till April
probably, yeah.
Your
End of
life
March, beginning of April.
is now this until and God love the people of Minnesota, but how they do it, I don't know.
Well, it's really like everyone up across the Great Lakes now.
Sure.
Like you've never really spent a full winter in the Northeast or just the North in general.
Yeah.
But your in-laws are from Western
Correct.
New York, and I'm sure they can tell you the 3 long months of just gray skies.
Yeah.
It's just gray and cold,
Oh.
and that you really do get that every day you wake up, it's pretty cloudy.
Well, seasonal affective disorder, a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that is real, and and not without giving away too much of my father-in-law's personal business, but I will comment.
No, give it away.
My guy, it is so funny to see how night and day this man is different. Because, he lives between Buffalo and with my mother-in-law, but Buffalo and Rochester. So they get lake effect snow on certain patterns. They'll get it off Lake Erie. And then certain patterns, they're getting crap off Lake Ontario. So they're getting double Great Lake effect here.
Double whammy.
Double whammy. But it is funny. You'll see the man on the rare Christmases that we go up there now. Kids are getting a little too old to do that road trip, and we have Christmas at the house. But he's just kind of like, and forgive me, just kind of like Eeyore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just a little down in the dumps. But he always comes down to Florida right after they spend their kind of the winter months in Melbourne. They have a little place down there
To thaw out.
and thaws out. And when he gets that first ray of sunshine on his shoulders, he's a different guy.
Yep.
What can I do around the house? What can I fix for you? And then he starts shaming me about things I haven't fixed that I need to fix. But he's just
As he should,
as any father-in-law should. But yeah, the man. It's true. You gotta find your sunshine somehow, and you just don't on the Great Lakes. It is this time of year.
Even in Pennsylvania, I grew up in central Pennsylvania.
Right.
Called my mom this morning, was talking to her a little bit. She was like, yep, we had 11 degrees at about 7 a.m. My uncle lives in State College, a little bit further north, somewhat higher terrain. 7 degrees on his backyard thermometer. 7 degrees.
7 degrees. Yeah, those single digits are brutal.
Because I was like, it was pretty chilly out there. Like I went for my morning run today. I had leggings on underneath my shorts, a little sweatshirt on.
Yeah.
I was like, it was pretty chilly. That kind of, as you mentioned yesterday, like the maritime cold.
Yep.
Like a damp cold. And she's like, well, it wasn't 11.
Yeah,
it wasn't
11.
7 degrees. I was like,
I will say though, if it's if it's 11, it's probably bone dry.
yeah.
I don't know. Like I've been outside in single digits before, and it's just when it's dry like that. I'm not saying it's great, but it's not terrible. You can survive it.
Yeah.
You layer up, you live it. If you got sun,
It depends what you're trying to, if you're trying to go for a run in single digits, that's terrible.
it's terrible.
That just
I'm
feels
not a
like
runner,
you're
so-
tearing up your lungs.
Yeah, okay.
The cold, dry air.
No, I did an outdoor wedding, and it was like 4 degrees. But I think it was just, everybody's spirits were so high. We were in
Where
the
was that
spirits.
at?
It was in the Finger Lakes. What's Lake Seneca, I think?
Okay.
Is that one of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of the Finger Lakes. A friend of my wife got married eons ago. And anyway, I remember just being like, oh my gosh, it's 4. How about that? Let's keep partying.
That's crazy.
It's great, but you got the spirit with you. You got love is alive. in that cold condition. Man, so a lot of cold around our country. Some of that air, as you see on this map, that blue contouring, trying to get into the deep south and get into southeast Georgia, northeast Florida. And tonight's kind of that night where Waycross, we're seeing that. That's where we have the best chance of seeing a freeze overnight tonight. And you're looking at the next hour by hour. We'll get into those upper 30s, certainly right around sunrise. But here are your cold weather alerts. I think, with the Weather Service issuing these, we're specifically going to look at the frost advisory because we've been talking about where the freeze warning would be. It's really inland southeast Georgia. You get west of 95 and you can see the freeze. But frost can develop. I mean, you get to 36, 35 degrees. You're above the freeze point, but you can still get frost developing there at the surface, so get some crunchy grass.
Yeah, for sure.
And the Duval is not included in that frost advisory, I think, because it'd be tough to draw it all the way to say 295, because likely closer to the river, closer to the beach, you're not going to see frost. But I wouldn't be surprised if Baldwin, west side of Duval, just because you're not in the
White House,
advisory.
maybe?
Our dear friend over in White House probably gets some. You're over in that west side, close to the Baker County line, or that little sliver where Nassau County kind of meets Baker and Duval. Certainly you could see some frost. So this is what we've kind of made in house.
Yeah, just kind of a different way to look at it, to include at least inland Nassau and Duval counties, most of Baker. Really, it's going to be the northern half of Columbia. I'd expect southern Columbia County probably not to reach that point. But some frosty spots out there. Also an interesting spot, Glenn County.
Yeah.
Brunswick kind of included in the frost advisory.
All the way to the coast.
Yeah, but not necessarily the freeze warning. And then Camden, it's just west of I-95 for the freeze warning, but no frost advisory technically for areas east.
Yeah, so we'll watch Woodbine, for instance, perhaps to hit that freeze point. And we show you this, thinking about what you need, what action you should be taking. If you're in that freeze area, certainly, the frost would be an issue. It kind of these things overlay each other. So the freeze would be the deeper concern. But with protecting plants, think about those sensitive plants. Maybe not quite the pipes, but you're going to need to layer up the kids to protect your people and your pets, the outdoor pets. Make sure they've got some warmth in those spots. Futurecast, really hard pressed to find much.
Yeah, not a whole lot on there tomorrow, really.
Not much, we do warm up just a bit, though.
Thankfully so, right? We've been stuck pretty much in the 50s the last 2 days. I think we did hit 61 technically yesterday, or 60. But tomorrow substantially warmer after the cold start to the morning highs. Going to press up into the mid 60s for most of us. Southern counties and areas trickling up into the upper 60s, even maybe close to 70 down towards Palatka and Palm Coast. So that'll kind of be the trend here through the rest of the week. Cool mornings followed by warmer afternoon highs for the most part. Thursday might be a bit of an exception. We'll have a weak, very, very weak cold front come in. That might just drop our afternoon highs by a few degrees, Lew. But besides that, there's not a whole lot to be concerned about when you're looking at the local forecast here over the next 3 days, really.
Just bundling up in the morning. Maybe by the afternoon tomorrow, you're taking that layer off. Thursday, probably not. It still might have a little coolness to it. But with the sun, feel good on your shoulders a little bit. At least we have that, because today we spent the whole day mostly socked in with a few peaks of the blue skies there. And you mentioned that kind of dry, weak front coming in. That'll take us to the end of the week, where we'll get another morning Friday with some colder temperatures to start the day at least.
Yeah, so we'll be watching for that frost again, mainly for the inland areas and, of course, in southeastern Georgia Friday morning. But by the afternoon, pretty close to where we should be for this time of the year. 67, 68 degrees by your Friday afternoon to end your work week. And that'll really be the last of the real cold morning lows, at least over the next 7 days. So a cold one tomorrow, another very cold one on Friday morning. And then as you look ahead to the weekend, we will begin to warm up. low temperatures in the 40s, but high temperatures as well, starting to climb actually into the 70s then, Lou.
There we go. And we got a big countdown. Hanukkah, only 5 days out. Christmas 16. If you need to do some shopping, you got 2 weeks left. I don't think it's last minute shopping yet. I don't think you're
Not
quite
yet.
not until last minute. I think when you get to that 7 days, now we're kind of
When you're in the single digits.
yeah. When you're not quite sure if that Amazon package is going to get to the house in time. That's when you've hit last minute. You're not there yet. You got time, but maybe act. And then of course New Year right around the corner. We talk about 2026. So we'll get into the weekend forecast. We'll look ahead to some temperatures for Jags home game football and a few other fun things we need to do as we speak about Christmas and the holidays. So stay right there. I was
Get on air. You sit up. You sit.
I know I slouch.
You slouch. He sits up.
Well,
He does
because
the right
I
thing.
and
sit.
it's almost cutting off, and his is like.
When you frame me up, I'm just postured out, and then
Oh, yeah.
I start getting like intimate with the microphone.
Because I'm like chilling back here with my back on it, and then as we start, I'm like,
Hey.
sometimes I'll like slash
Actual
this
good
way.
broadcasting posture that you learn in school. Yeah, maybe you should be more like Ross.
Be a little looser.
Welcome back in, folks. Lou, it is that time of the year, that when you're, past Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You're approaching Christmas,
Yes.
just over 2 weeks away.
Christmas lights are up, decorations are out. We're feeling the vibes.
Starting to cook some cookies.
Yeah,
bake some cookies.
Yep, we've had the cookies.
And it's really the perfect time in an evening, right? You get your glass of milk, grab
Yep.
some of those Christmas cookies.
Yep.
Sit down, cozy up with a blanket.
Sure.
Turn on some of the holiday classics.
Oh
Those
yes.
favorite Christmas movies that
Yes.
you only watch once a year, this time of the year. So
I know it feels sacrilege. I mean, like these are good movies, but it's tough to throw on, not without giving away anything. One of your favorite Christmas classics, like in May. I mean, it just feels weird. Like you
Yeah.
can probably sit down and laugh and
Yeah.
enjoy, but it's just we can't do that.
No.
Kids will ask, hey, can we throw this on? No, we can't. We're not doing it in the summer. You're going to wait until at least Thanksgiving before we're throwing these things on. So Ross and I, we had thought, and it's great thought from Ross. We're going to, now that we've got weather that's, nothing severe, nothing dangerous really knocking on our door, got a little list. And we have assembled our top 5 Christmas and holiday movies, but we're focusing on our Christmas movies, and there are 100. There are so many. I felt guilty leaving several off the list. I have a few honorable mentions, but these are my top 5 Christmas movies. And kind of the way I did it is what gets played the most at my house. Not necessarily quality or my favorite that I have to see, but what's going to get like on rotation and get played multiple times.
Okay.
So number 5 is Elf. Classic. Love it. It's hilarious. This does get played a lot. Usually it's played first. That's the one that gets everybody in the spirit. Number 4, Rudolph, claymation. Got to get the stop motion animation in there. One of those has to make a list, I think. Rudolph gets played a lot.
That was on ABC, I think, on Friday night.
Yeah,
too.
and that's another thing. When the networks are showing it, you got to. I mean, commercial breaks and everything. You got to get it. Like it's just part of it.
Yeah, and the Abominable still scares me.
Got to get he is terrifying, but he just he needed to see a dentist. That's all. But Rudolph, man, it throws back to. I mean, we get some classic bullying going on in here. Santa Claus, actually a little bit of a bully.
Very much
doesn't approve of Rudolph's nose at first.
Santa sucks.
He was kind of mean.
Yeah.
Didn't like the elves singing.
And what was Rudolph's friend during the reindeer games? Like Chester or something?
Yeah.
Screw that guy.
Come on. Yeah, right? Anyway.
What a mean deer.
But he wins in the end, doesn't he? Number 3, The Grinch. But this is the 2018 version, Benedict Cumberbatch.
So the newest, Illumination.
Yes. So the animated, newest one. Now, the old one's great, classic. But this is the one that's going to get played over and over, and it's already been on rotation a pretty good bit. Christmas Chronicles, I kind of cheated.
So these are 2 new ones. And we'll let you take 2 of them.
Yeah, I took 2 here. Just Kurt Russell rocks. And this one is going to get played closer to Christmas. It hasn't been played in the house yet. But I know once it hits that first time, it's just going to keep kind of, as the kids will just hit restart on this one. And good music in that one as well. And then the number 1, and I hope I just feel like there's some argument here. There's some classic movies I've left off the list. Christmas Story certainly is one of them, which Ross can take it or leave it, I think, for that one. A Beautiful Life. There are just some of the black and whites that you got. But
White Christmas in Connecticut.
Yeah, this one, though, we were talking, about movies. All of these, I don't think I could watch them. I could probably put Christmas Vacation on in May or June and just be like, yeah, this is hilarious. I'm
going to start calling you Sparky.
Sparky, yes. Sparky, I'll call you Rusty. Okay, Sparky and Rusty.
Drum roll, please.
Okay, so those are my top 5. Take it or leave it. Argue with me if you want. I'd love to hear it, but I'm interested in seeing Ross's list. Okay.
Yeah.
I left home. And I knew I was going to leave something off. I wanted to be surprised by your list. I haven't seen it yet, so go ahead.
Yeah, well, because there are, hundreds of Christmas movies you can choose from. So I tried to come from the frame of thought of, what are my personal favorites? For example, Polar Express. My family watches that every Christmas Eve. We'll go to a service. We'll come home. We'll watch the Polar Express.
Yep.
It's my mom's favorite movie.
Nice.
So that's, a childhood tradition.
Yeah.
But not necessarily one that, I love.
You love it. Okay.
Coming in at 5, Christmas Vacation, because Lou and I talked about it. So many good quotes from that movie.
Just the best.
That it is one of those that
can't see the line.
I still laugh every time I watch it.
100%.
And you're right. It is one of those that you could pretty much watch.
I could watch it.
That's a
anytime.
year-round one, probably.
It really could. Just give it to me.
Number 4, Home Alone.
Yeah. This is one I left off my list that I could probably trade out because this has been played and will be played over and over.
And I'll go with 1 or 2. I didn't put that on here, but probably 1 or 2 I'd be fine.
Both great.
Yeah.
But
only those 2. Anyone's after.
I don't acknowledge.
Yeah.
If it's not Macaulay Culkin.
Exactly.
It's not acknowledged in my household.
Number 3, Tim Allen. I got to show him some love. Santa Claus. Love it. It's a classic. That's a holiday must.
Arguably the best Santa Claus in all of the movies.
The best representation of Santa.
Yeah. Who is your favorite? Again, a question for you at home. The best ever Santa Claus in all movies. Who pulls it off the best? I think Tim Allen might be.
Tim Allen's hard to beat. Although you mentioned in the movie Red One, a new movie that came out last year.
That's a good Santa. That's a different. J.K. Simmons, who's been in a lot of. He traumatized me in the movie Whiplash. Couldn't I? And then
throwing a cymbal at your head.
Yeah, seriously. Oh man, not my tempo. Not quite my tempo. That guy's terrifying. But and he's in the We Are Farmers. Bump, 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 bump.
Yes.
But he brings a different
take on Santa,
different color to Santa.
Rock
He's out
star.
there powerlifting, but with the Rock. But yes, good Santa. Not quite on the list, but that's a cool movie.
My second one, Elf.
Okay.
Will Ferrell again.
High on the
Another
list.
one that has great quotes. It was also one we'd watch in school every single year before Christmas break.
Yeah.
I was the day before Christmas break.
Teachers
you're putting
we're throwing on Elf.
you're putting the Elf DVD in and you're watching it every single year.
Interesting choice at number 1.
Yeah, my number 1. So I'm secretly a huge Vince Vaughn fan. I think he's hilarious in this movie. Also, the dynamic of the female elf, and the short guy.
Yeah, character actor. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but he's in a
Um,
million things. But yes, I know you're talking
and just
about.
like the whole like story as a whole.
It's
I don't
good.
know. I love it. There's probably
Some great actors in that one too.
yes, it's probably not one that comes to top of mind for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got to take
But
it.
a good Santa Claus in that one.
Yes.
Oh, what's the actor's name? It'll come to me. It'll come to me during the break. But yeah, good list. Good list. I'm kicking myself for leaving Home Alone off my list. I'd probably have to trade that out for maybe one of the Christmas Chronicles, which is tough. But
But let us know which ones we did leave off that we
Yeah.
got wrong.
We'd
What are
love to
your
hear it.
favorites?
Yeah.
Let us know.
It's that time of the year, and there's so many good ones. All right, those were our Christmas movies. We'll have more lists the rest of the week. We've got some good stuff on tap,
Yeah.
actually. So stay with us. We'll be right back. We'll wrap up, look at the weekend ahead after this break.
Welcome back. In
Christmas spirit. telling you, I've got it.
Makes you want to work out.
Smiling ear to ear. I know
Break
all
a
the
sweat.
cookies. All the cookies.
Oh, you
got to get
do.
the
You
jump
gotta-
rope and the
You got to
kettlebells.
work off all that Christmas sugar.
I know. Seriously, the carbs, etc. We got a big weekend ahead. We got
do.
Jags playing a home game Sunday, but it's warming up nice. We got pretty good conditions both days.
Yeah, both days we're warming up into the low 70s Saturday, perhaps mid 70s on Sunday. Should stay dry out there for the Jags and Jets game. Kickoff at 1 p.m. Temperatures right there, around 71, 72 degrees.
Yep.
We should stay dry.
Yeah.
I think we'll have partly cloudy skies. We are going to have a very weak front with regards to actual rainfall or storm chances, and you'll notice it here. So it'll be coming in from the north kind of throughout the back half of your Sunday. So we might just see one or two stray showers across southeastern Georgia. But for the Jags game, certainly wouldn't let that deter you from going, in contrast to how this past weekend was, where we had, the deluge of rainfall. But
Right.
Lou, the big story with this front, not going to be the rain. It's going to be what comes in behind it, and that's the cold air.
Cold air. So we're going to see a Monday, getting through the weekend. Monday might be awfully similar to what we had today.
Yeah.
In that, you just kind of all day is cold. And we're kind of, we start off cool, but, even the afternoon, we got some cloud cover. Breezy. I think we got
Breezy,
a pretty
northeast
tight,
wind, yeah.
pretty tight gradient behind this front. So looking like nor'easter style condition.
I guess this does kind of reach my threshold of, at least for this area, of blustery.
Yeah. This will do it.
When you have temperatures in the 50s and it is quite windy and it's a wind coming off the water, just adding a little bit of extra moisture, that damp rawness in
Yeah.
the air, just not super pleasant. So Yeah, I think we'll certainly have to watch, at least for coastal areas along and east of I-95, for maybe getting socked into the clouds like you mentioned we were today.
Yep. So getting through the 7-day, we mentioned temperatures inland Georgia as we wake up tomorrow near that freeze point. We get some frost, maybe extreme west side of Duval and out I-10.
Was that a Liam Cohen?
It was. Duval.
That was Liam Cohen. Duval.
Dang it.
Oh, my gosh.
You got me. Dang it. Now I'm going to have that. I can't do that again. Duval. Then we get a brief warm-up for Wednesday, dropping a bit Thursday, cold morning Friday again with that weak front coming in. Just a little parade of weaker fronts because we noticed that Sunday rain chance at 20%. Certainly not, like Ross just mentioned,